Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Now, it is back to school for many kids. Teachers in our area are heading back to the first day of class. Fayetteville is starting a new school year with a new superintendent, Dr. John Mulford.
You know, being a brand new superintendent here at Fayetteville and new to the area, I'm anxious to get students back in the classrooms.
Well, Dr. Mulford also says the biggest goal for the next 5 years is to learn about the community and to take a lot of the teacher and parent input into shape for the path for Fayetteville Public Schools. And students at Baldwin and Fort Smith are going to a different school to start off the new year, at least until the HVAC system is complete. Students will stay with their assigned teacher and class sizes will stay normal. Transportation arrangements from Baldwin to Fairview have already been planned out with parents.
For the students who walk to school and will be catching a bus, there'll be 2 pickup times at Ballman at 7:10 and 7:40, and that will be dedicated to them to be able to just come straight to our building. So they'll come straight from Ballman to here, so they won't have to go to a lot of additional stops. I think that's what parents are most concerned about, but every child is going to have a classroom. Every child is going to be with their particular school's teachers.
And as the new school year kicks off, the district says it could take up to 3 months before Baldwin students can return to their original campus. And here's a look at a few schools who will be in session starting today, where kids will be out on those sidewalks going to and from buses as they start school and end the school day. Fayetteville Public Schools start today. It'll be their first year, as we mentioned, under their new superintendent. Springdale, Fort Smith, and Greenwood Public Schools also open today. Now, tomorrow, Lincoln starts their school year. This is also the start of their switch to the 4-day school week, followed by Van Buren, Alma, Bentonville, and Rogers on Wednesday. All right, before we get to more news, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Bella Grace to see what this first day back to school forecast looks like. Hey, Bella.
We've got a few lingering showers this morning, early in the morning, about 10 a.m. That's going to be at 10%. Most of us aren't going to see that. But if you are waiting at the bus stop, you might see a few sprinkles. We're going to be breezy today with lots of sun headed our way. Once we move later in the day, we'll get most of the clouds that are hanging around right now out of our skies. The River Valley's seeing a lot of the same, those 10% showers. A few more clouds, but we are staying pretty cool today. We have a few lingering showers. We can see that moving through, and then we're going to be clear for the rest of the day. So a little bit later in the River Valley, we're going to be seeing those showers, and then we're going to clear out. Our highs are about 80s, low 80s in Fayetteville, very cool for this time of the year. 86 in the River Valley. We're feeling cool today. Our 7-day forecast is seeing lows or highs dipping into the 70s tomorrow for Northwest Arkansas. We are feeling cool, but lots of sunshine. We have a cold front that's moving through, and that's going to keep things pretty dry for the next couple days. We're inching back towards those upper 90s this weekend across the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas.
All right, thanks so much, Bella. Well, for many across our area, talking about back to school again, like Springdale, Fort Smith, and Fayetteville on that first day, parents, you'll be snapping those first day of photos, right? But a reminder, though, police say it's especially important to keep privacy in mind when sharing those photos on social media. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley has more.
As the first day of school approaches this week, many parents will be snapping those traditional first day photos. But when it comes to sharing them online, Sergeant Tony Murphy with the Fayetteville Police Department gives a word of caution.
We see a lot of those pictures of our children going to school on the first day, and it's got their name and their grade and who their teacher is and what school they're going to. That information can be used to entice children or lure children into certain situations.
And this comes as similar warnings about first day of school signs from police departments across the nation have attracted attention on social media. The bottom line in most of these posts, anytime you share something online, keep personal information to a minimum. And if your photos do include one of these signs, police say it's best if it looks a little more like this. They say it's best to avoid putting personal details like grade level, age, teacher, and school. Sergeant Murphy says even sharing a child's full name online could provide information predators and scammers could use.
You know, if they get their full name and they can find them on social media, if they're on social media, or find them through an Xbox gaming platform, you know, if you will. A lot of children like to play online games, and predators can also find them that way.
Sergeant Murphy says to stay on the safe side this week and beyond, the less information you share online, the better.
Just to stay on the safe side, because internet predators will utilize that information to their own advantage.
In Fayetteville, covering News Where You Live, Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.
All right, well, that's it for us here. Have a great first week back to school. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more news and weather. Have a great day.